Okay, this video is just for friends and family mainly, and this is my family. My sisters from about 40 years ago, and my mom and dad. And three of these sisters get to come and visit Vicki and I here in South Carolina. They're coming from California and from Utah. I'll pick them up at the airport, and I am preparing some things. I'm going to share with you what I'm going to prepare for them. And I mean, if you like homemade bread, if you like homemade ice cream, if you like, and you may not know about it, elderberry syrup. I've got some elderberry syrup for them that I want them to try. So I'm just going to run through some of the things that I'm going to be doing so that when they arrive tomorrow, we can have some fun. Today is going to be a fun day. I just finished simmering my elderberry syrup. And I'm letting it cool down, and then I'll take care of it and make syrup out of it the rest of the way. I'm also having the opportunity to make homemade bread. We grind our own wheat, and then I just love making bread with this bread maker. I guess you can kind of see it in there barely. Yeah, there it is. It's rising up. It still has 2 hours and 8 minutes to go, but this stuff tastes wonderful. And then the other thing is my sisters are coming to visit from California and Utah, and I'm making some carrot juice for them. I just brought these in yesterday from outside. These are Japanese persimmons off of my Japanese persimmons out there. They're trees which you cannot see. But these are delicious. I love these guys. They're wonderful. So my elderberries from this summer, a lot of them I froze. And that's what I made my elderberry syrup this morning out of, is frozen elderberries right off of my bushes. Oh, and here's the ice cream ready to go with my Ninja Creami. And I have vanilla, and I also have strawberry, fresh strawberries, made this ready to go. And Ninja Creami makes really delicious homemade ice cream, that old-fashioned flavor. I just love that. This is our Ninja Creami, which creamifies that solid stuff I have in there in the freezer. That's going to turn it into wonderful homemade ice cream. And I hook everything up. Both this, it's an induction stove that I make my syrup on. I hook that up, and the Ninja Creami, I just hook them up to my solar generator, and just have this all ready to go in case we ever need it. So to my elderberry syrup, that is the elderberry juice that I was heating up and cooking for about 35 minutes, I also added at that time these particular ingredients: the ginger, the cinnamon, the cloves, and the nutmeg. I added, half a teaspoon each. And then to this I add, once it's cooled off and it's all filtered out, then I also add the raw unfiltered honey. And then I'm going to add also, I'm going to squeeze a lemon and make sure I get all the seeds out, and then I'm going to add the juice to that as well. So I add the lemon juice. So I add the lemon juice to my elderberry syrup, not because of flavor, but because I heard from a lady who runs her own company and makes her own syrup, that it helps the shelf life last longer. So this is my last elderberry bottle that I have, and since my sisters are coming, that's why I wanted to make some more. So my elderberry syrup is not thick like typical syrup would be. Mine is more of a liquid, and I prefer it that way. I don't like cooking it down till it gets to the point where it's actually thick, like a syrup would be. Oh, that bread's looking good. Rising up just right. Gee whiz, only an hour and 5 minutes to go. So I better get on this juice. Everything's ready to go. The juicer, the jars, have the lids in the drawer. Yeah, let's go. So I'm out here dumping all the carrot pulp, and it goes right along this strip, right along the grass here in this upper garden. And that's where we recycle, the organic waste. And it just turns into a really good soil. And these, since I'm out here, these are our okra plants. They're very tall. I'd say they're probably about 7.5 feet tall and producing red okra. Yeah, here we go. Love this stuff. This stuff is so pretty. And I like it fresh. Good stuff. So while I'm out here burying the carrot pulp from the carrot juice, Vicky wanted to wash up all the stuff. And I said, yeah, go ahead. And just happened to walk by and they're almost all gone. But wow, here it is. One of my last figs. And these figs are so good when they're ripe. Oh man, that is really good. That is so sweet. The birds didn't get it because they couldn't see it. So I got it. Oh, wow, I found another one hidden under those leaves away from those birds. These guys are so sweet and so delicious. Nothing like a fresh fig. They don't taste at all like dried figs to me, but they are sure good. Okay, this is where I put the juice for my sisters. I love this little refrigerator that we got. It's right next to our Airbnb. This is our Airbnb. It's kind of dark in here. But we don't have anybody coming for a couple of weeks because we're going to have family here. And somebody gets to sleep in this nice bed and enjoy this nice little comfortable area that we have for our Airbnb. And we'll turn on the refrigerator and maybe put something in it by the time they get here. And my elderberry syrup is safely in the refrigerator, cooling down. Thank you, Vicky, for washing all my stuff.
You're welcome.
The neat thing about our Japanese Fuyu persimmons that came off of our tree is how delicious they are. They're orange and they're firm, but guess what? You can eat them when they're firm or leave them until they get to the point where they're very soft. You could even dish them out with a spoon. My wife likes them when they're firm and they are sweet and juicy. To me, they're just a special kind of fruit. Somebody asked me what they taste like, and they taste like a Japanese persimmon. And they're sweet and delicious, crisp, but still juicy. You ought to get a tree and grow these things. 21 minutes before my bread is done, but look, it has risen up and touched the top. Well, that's never a problem because it eats really well. So, along with my bread maker that is in the other room with 8 minutes to go before my bread is done, I also have my ice cream maker, and it's actually my Ninja Creamy is what it's called. So I mixed this up last night. It's whole milk and strawberries and sugar. That's all it is. It's kind of like the Breyers ice cream used to be. Maybe it still is, I don't know. But anyway, it's all frozen solid. I'll just put it in the creamifier and creamify it. So there's my strawberry ice cream. It's been creamified. No other ingredients than the three: the milk, it's actually cane sugar and strawberries. And I just love it with Hershey's chocolate on it. It just is so, so good. Boy, this stuff is so good. So I try to make a rule, just one of these a week. I'm just showing you how this works. I can go ahead and put it back in the freezer. I probably won't. But anyway, I'm going to give this a shot and see how it tastes. Okay, I think the chocolate syrup really magnifies the flavors. Love this stuff. Okay, it is going back in the freezer, and it'll be here for tomorrow when my sisters get here. And that'll be good for me too. Okay, just in time. My bread is done. It reached up and touched the top right there, but that's not going to hurt anything. I'll pull this out in a minute and let it sit out and cool down, butter up a little bit, and it'll be ready to go. Have you ever had homemade strawberry freezer jam with butter on hot homemade bread? Yeah,